Yo, what's going on, guys? This is Miasen and welcome to my Cyber Dragon combo video. So I have nothing else to add except that, like, comment, and subscribe if you want more videos like these. And yeah, let's just jump into combo number one. Alright, so for this first combo, as you can see, I have hers, fear, which can be pretty much like anything, and nexter. So when you look at this hand, obviously it doesn't really look that good, huh? Let me just tell you that with absolutely zero extra card in your main deck and zero bricks, this is infinity. So let's just see how we can do this. Obviously, we're gonna go normal hers and then special the monster. This could have been like a Pancratops, by the way. Like, you can go second, just summon a monster, and then normal hers, and then make the monster that I'm gonna show you. It's a link to. There, Puzzlomino. I actually covered this card in a deck profile that I did before on Edie's channel, but nobody really listened, so... Puzzlomino, basically when you summon a monster to a zone it points to, well, it only has 2 zones, you can pretty much transform that monster from a level 1 to a level 8 monster. And this is going to be relevant because the nexter is going to get transformed from level 1 to 5. Because now, as you can see, the hers actually searches. So this is why the fear, as long as it's not like a level 1 monster, like any extender, like any special summon that is a level, it pretty much does that. As long as you have hers nexter, or if you don't have the hers, then you need to have a Cyber Dragon somewhere in your grave or in your hand, and then you can still do like the full play. So yeah. And then you're going to do a chain link, so of course you're going to discard Cyber Dragon, summon Nexter here, so chain link 1 Nexter, chain link 2 Puzzlomino, because you want to play around Ogre. If you get Ogred on Puzzlomino, it's not the end of the world, because you just lose Puzzlomino, but you can still, like, use the 2 level 5s to make Nova and Infinity. But if Nexter gets Ogred, then you only have 1 level 5 monster in the field, and like 1 useless link 2 that doesn't do anything, so yeah. Keep that in mind. And also another interesting thing about Puzzlomino is that you can pretty much transform a monster like a Sidra into like a level 6, 7, or 8, and then use its effect to like pop that monster, your Cyber Dragon, alongside a monster your opponent controls with the same level. So you basically choose from level 1 to 8, and then you can chain overflow and destroy like a lot of cards in one shot. Because you actually banish a monster with like another weird level, and you get to pop a monster on the airfield with Puzzlomino. So it actually has a lot of synergy, not just with Infinity, but also with Air Overflow. That card is just insane. It won me so many games. It's just kind of sad that people don't really care about this too much. Like, I talked about it, but yeah, I still think it's just it's probably one of the best tech cards in Cyber Dragons. And then of course, summon back your Sidra. Whether it's like hers or something else, it doesn't matter, because there's another play that we can do after this. Well, by the way, don't summon Nova here, because if your opponent goes like infinite and then what's its face, what's the card, Iron Dragon Tiamaton, then you kind of lose for no reason to Tiamaton. But yeah, whatever. It's like, people don't really play that card. It's not too great, honestly, not anymore. So yeah, exactly, there I corrected myself. I was like, no, summon Infinite there. Yeah, but anyways, now I'm making Union Carrier. You're going to see why, but actually, no, you're not gonna see why. I mean, I can tell you right now, because the cards in my grave are Hers, Sidra, and Fear. So what I could have done was basically like detach the Nexter instead of the Cyber Dragon, and then I would have had the Nexter in the grave instead of the Cyber Dragon, so the Cyber Dragon still would have been underneath. And then when the Hers dies, like during my opponent's turn, I get back the Nexter, which is like an okay follow-up. But what I'm gonna do is just equip core from my deck to Infinity directly. So now if like my full board gets broken, I can just banish core and then special summon like a Hers, and then make like Linkuriboh or Relinquished Anima, get back Nexter from my grave, and then revive back Infinity and just clear like the board like that. So that definitely works as well. And then of course, if you're scared of Mega Fleet, which can exist since Altergeist is gaining in popularity, you can just absorb your Union Carrier and you'll be fine. I don't think I did the play here, but you could have done it, so yeah. Anyways, let's just jump into combo number 2. Alright, so basically, as you can see, our opponent just has Ray, but we're going to top deck into Nexter. So we have hers and Nexter, and once again, it's just a magic trick. With absolutely 0 cards in the main deck, like 0 other cards, this is a 2-card OTK through a monster in the extra monster zone. Granted, your opponent doesn't have any more interruptions. Once again, I already mentioned that. Actually, it wasn't technically me who said that. It was just a combo that I created, and then I showed it to Etipat, and then he basically mentioned it in his video, and then people were like, oh, I don't know why you're showing this. Like, obviously people are going to have interruptions, but the thing is, this is a 2-card combo. You're starting your turn with 6 cards. Your 4 other cards can be utility cards to actually either hand trap your opponent, so they can have to like end their turn on like just a monster on the extra monster zone, which doesn't do much. Or basically it can be like, I don't know, like Lightning Storm, Mystic Mine, just to bait negates, and then you can pop off and kill them. And besides, this really isn't like a broken hand at all. Like, it's hers and extra. Like, there's really nothing much that you can do, honestly. It just doesn't make like any negates or anything. It's just, yeah, it's just plain whack. And you can turn this into games, so let's just see how. Obviously, you make Link Kuribo and not Mega Fleet, otherwise you're not going to achieve much. I mean, yeah, no, you're not going to do anything at all. Yeah, so there, next to Cyber Dragon. Alright, and then we're gonna Mega Fleet using their monster, like, under, and then we're going to Mega Fleet ourselves, so you can already see where this is going, because Mega Fleet is level 10, so basically, when you have 2 level 10s on the field, this is always 8k through either no board at all, or if your opponent has, like, a lot of monsters, then it's still game, because Liebe will have, like, 6k attack and can attack twice. Twice or thrice, I forgot. It's weird, because the thing is, Liebe gets, like, attacks determined on the amount of Xyz materials it has, +1. So if you chose not to burn with the Gustav Max, it would have had 3 materials, because, you know, right now we have 2 and then 3, so it would have 4 attacks on a 4k monster, so you would have been able to deal 16,000 through, like, 4 monsters, or if you wanted to use Liebe's effect, you would lose 1 attack, but then Liebe would become 6k attack. So you would have 3 attacks, since you now have 2 materials, but you don't burn your opponent. So 6k multiplied by 3 is 18,000. So this OTK ranges anywhere from like 8,000 to 18,000 damage. And now, obviously, since we chose to burn with Gustav Max, then we have to detach for Liebe. It has 6k attack and only attacks twice. Well, on monsters, once again, it can't attack directly twice. It can attack directly once. Granted, it didn't attack on a monster yet, but yeah. And yeah, this is basically 8k, which is pretty sweet, with just 2 cards. And once again, just don't forget that you start your turn with 6 cards, not with 2. Yeah, it's kind of cringe sometimes reading comments, but whatever. I mean, that's also kind of the reason why I'm not really making like too much Cyber Dragon stuff, even though it's like my favorite deck of all time. I'm not really making too many Cyber Dragon videos, like now you understand. But anyways, let's just jump into, I think, combo number 4. I forgot. Anyways, but yeah, I still have like a few to show left. Anyways, so this one is just any Cyber Dragon target plus machine dupe, like any target for machine dupe, that's what I meant. But right now I'm showing you like the wackiest one, because it's the one that you would be tempted to use the effect early, but you shouldn't. So yeah, I'm gonna go hers, machine dupe, summon 2, and then make like whatever Link Kuribo or Anima, it doesn't matter, Nova, revive back, who cares, make Infinity. As you can see, I didn't use the effect of hers to like search the Cyber Dragon from deck or recycle one from the grave, and the reason for that is because it is 100% useless. Like, there is just no reason to do this play. Like, Cyber Dragon isn't really a good card on its own, it does nothing at all. So why would you search the Cyber Dragon when you can just search a core, huh? So now I'm obviously linking off these two into Anaconda. Gonna pay 2k, and yeah. Going to go Rampage, send hers and core, and since I never used the effect of hers before, now I can use it and bring back the core, so it's just a play that you gotta keep in mind. It's nothing spicy, obviously, but yeah, and don't forget this is also lethal, because your Rampage has 21, can attack thrice, so 63, so all you need is 17, this is 25, so you're like overboard by 12, so that's 92, and then 500, so that's 9,700 damage. Quick maths, by the way. But yeah, 9,700 damage, except if I suck at maths, but yeah, anyways, who cares. And you have a core in your hand. So, you know, you're ready for next turn. Anyways, let's just go into combo number 4, I think. And then I have another one after. Yeah. Alrighty. Yeah. Okay, so now we have... I mean, we're going to draw a card. So, because right now this is just unplayable. So now our opponent is gonna... Obviously, you know, our opponent is playing like pure Salamangreat. So obviously he's playing like 1 Ray with 2 Blue Eyes. That's obviously the typical Salamangreat hand, of course. So he's gonna end on a Hayate Pass, which is an extremely reasonable play, especially when you're playing Salamangreat. Now we draw Overflow. So this hand is really adorable, because once again, I feel like a lot of people would just mess it up completely. But there's just something adorable that you can do, but you gotta just think. So you're going to go summon your whatever monster, it doesn't matter, it could have been like a Cyber Dragon, honestly, and then you're gonna summon Fear, make Mega Fleet. You can already see where this is going, right? Light, light, dark. Levineer. What can we do? So you're gonna make Seeger. Now, if you summon Levineer here, you instantly lose the game because you have 5100 damage on board, and let's just say your opponent is going to kill you next turn. Let's just hypothetically say that. So if you don't want to die, then you gotta kill your opponent. And now you might be like, oh no, you can't because you have a useless trap, and this is why you don't play traps in an OTK deck. Well, my friend, you are 100% wrong, because this trap can also be used offensively. So you're gonna set it, and then Levineer pop yourself. So now Levineer can't attack for the rest of the turn, but who cares, because even through that, the Levineer wouldn't have been able to attack anyway. So now since you destroy your own overflow, it gets its effect also when it's destroyed by your own cards, obviously. Otherwise, my YCS top and all of my regional tops would have been like fraudulous. But yeah, now you get to search a Cyberload Fusion from your deck. And of course, since we banished them, you will already get the fuel. So Levineer is actually like a triple purpose in this deck. It's a level 8, so you can make Dingirsu with Chimera Tech Fortress. It's a banish fuel for Cyberload, and then it's a destruction fuel either for your opponent's card or your own overflow, so you can unbreak. But yeah, and now of course, Cyberload, Rampage. Whenever you get to this point, like Seeger plus Rampage, you know that you always have 12,600 damage, because Rampage is 21, and Seeger is going to double its attack, so it's going to jump to 42, and Seeger gets 2 additional attacks since you send 2 light machine materials from your deck to conduct 1 more attack for each. So you can actually attack 3 times for 42, and this time, unlike Liebe, the rank 10 train, you can actually use those attacks to attack your opponent directly. So 12,600 damage to the face, and you can actually achieve this very easily with 2 cards. It's just, I showed like the worst case scenario because you're not always going to draw well, and once again, you draw your hand, like you start your turn with 6 cards. You gotta remember that, man. It's, once again, I see some dumb stuff. Oh yeah, and we never use the effect of her, so we get back core. Yeah, and then boom, 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 and boom, boom. The third attack was useless, so yeah, our Salamangreat opponent lost. So yeah, let's just jump into the final combo. Alrighty, so our opponent is playing Blue Ice Pass, and we are whoopsie daisy. So basically, we are drawing, like, our hand, let's just say we have 3 useless cards, and then 2 hand traps and a Galaxy Soldier. Now, most people would look at this hand and be like, oh, I lose. And honestly, yeah, you're definitely right. If you don't know what you're doing, you will lose. If you have, let's say, 5 hand traps and a Galaxy Soldier, most people would just be like, pass, I can't do anything. But this is, once again, OTK. This is 8,100 damage, if my maths are correct. It should be 81 or 8,000 depending on like how dumb you are. But yeah, it should be 81. And once again, it's absolutely crazy, and you don't need anything else. Like literally, you barely play any extra cards in the main deck, but unfortunately you do have to stack your extra deck for that. So that is the one issue, but depending on like the build of Cyber Dragon that you play, it's not gonna be that bad. Anyways, now as you can see, we already, like, we need a light to discard for Galaxy Soldier. Obviously, if it's a hers, then it's infinitely better. Like, our play is going to be insane. And then we just need like any tuner that we can link with the Galaxy Soldier on the field to make needlefiber. So I'm just gonna let the computer do the work for me. So search Soldier, needlefiber, summon Jet Synchron. The card is not banned, so you know you gotta use it. Summon 2 tokens, blah blah blah. At least I'm not making Oradon and Olai and stuff, and that would have been annoying. I mean, at the same time, this deck is kind of like entitled to use Oradon because, you know, it's a 2100 attack machine. You can revive it back with Nexture. I mean, it's pretty sick. Or you can just go Nexture, revive back Seeger, and then make Oradon and get the full effect since it is link summoned, because you can only summon the tokens with Oradon when it's link summoned and not when it's special summoned. So even if you do revive it back from the grave, it's not that good. You'd rather just link summon it. And then with the tokens, I don't really know what you're doing, because even if you summon O-Line from your deck by tributing 2 tokens, you're kind of locked into machines only since you use Nexture's effects. So there's not much that you can do, but it's not too bad because you can still like tribute 3 and then get back like a trap from your grave, like Overflow, or you can tribute 1, destroy any card on the field, including your own cards. And yeah, I mean, I wouldn't play O-Lion in this deck, like, ever. Anyways, we made Formula Synchron using the Jet Synchron at a level 1 token, which allows us to draw 1 card, and Formula Synchron is a light machine, so that means absolutely nothing. It changes nothing to our lives. Anyways, Linkuriboh, make Union Carrier because both are cybers, and now you have the Linkuriboh in the grave, and this is so important because this token cannot be used as a link material, so we really need to tribute it to make to get the Linkuriboh from the grave actually. And now this token is a light attribute, so what we're gonna do is that we're actually gonna target it with Union Carrier and equip a monster with the same type or attribute from our deck directly to it, but we are not allowed to special summon that monster. This is absolutely not a problem since we are not special summoning a single Cyber Dragon this whole turn. So we're going to equip hers, Linkuriboh, we search Cyber Dragon, and then like we get to a point where we pretty much tell ourselves like, what do we do now? Well, actually, the answer is very obvious. We're just gonna, like, pitch the monster with Galaxy Soldier. Now we have 2 Sidras in the grave. You know where this is going. And 2 monsters that we can just, like, use to link summon. Basically, this has to be summoned in defense, so it's not, like, extra damage. And the strongest monster here is Linkuriboh, 300 and 200. So we're just gonna link these 2 off for Anaconda. And then we're going to banish our 2 Sidras from the grave. You see, for Overload Fusion to summon Rampage. So let's just do the maths. 21 multiplied by 3, that's 63, so you only need 17 to game. This is 1000, this is 500, and this is 300, so this is 18. 18 plus 63 is 8100 damage. Your opponent is dead, and also you get to destroy 2 spells and traps in the process. Draw a card, and then you have to like discard anything for the Jet Synchron. This is why like I just drew like a random Quick Draw Synchron, because I am playing Quick Draw Synchron in my Needlefiber Cyber Dragon version. But yeah, so I'm just going to, I don't know if I'm going to game on this clip. Yeah. And also you get to send the cores, because it's like, it's really good follow-up, because if your whole board gets broken, you just banish core, special Nextra from your deck, or hers into like Link, like Anima, get back a Nextra from the grave, and then you can like revive back the Rampage, send like hers again and like something else, and then you always have a core in your hand or in your grave. You always have like a way to just keep playing with like 0 cards. So this deck is very, very good in the late game because of that. And also, if you're good at like resource management, then this deck just, it's possible to like grind with the grind decks, because you have Cyberload Fusion, which allows you to shuffle back everything. So if you just banish a lot of cards with overflow and stuff like that, then you can just go like Cyberload, shuffle back everything in one shot, pop like 5 spells and traps, and then it's just like as if you were playing like fresh, like from turn 1, because now you just have all those resources back in your deck, and you can just easily play the game. And obviously you deck thinned on like you got the useless cards out of the deck, you see, so it's very good. But yeah, anyways, that's pretty much all I had to say and showcase for this video. So once again, if you have any comments or feedback, let me know in the comment section below. Don't forget to like and subscribe, because it helps me out a lot and motivates me to keep making videos like these. And yeah, once again, the deck profile and the test hand videos are coming very, very soon, so make sure you are subscribed if you don't want to miss them. And once again, thank you for watching. It is Yasin signing out. Peace.